Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Melissa Carney, Community Outreach and Graduate Support Manager here at Guiding Eyes for the Blind. With me, I have my very handsome, distinguished yellow lab, Aaron. We've been a team for 9 years.
Wow.
So these youngsters over here have a lot to look forward to. It's great to be with you all this afternoon, celebrating these amazing teams that you see in front of you. I want to congratulate our 6 students in front of us today, Tina, Andrea, Nicole, Rebecca, Patty, and Linda. They've all undergone tremendous journeys to get to this point. We oftentimes talk about the journey of a guide dog, the journey of a guide dog handler, how all that they've done culminates into this critical moment. But we don't often give space for the class experience itself. What is it actually like to receive a guide dog? What is it like to experience such a wide range of emotions? So I just want to pay tribute to everything that the students have not only learned, but everything that they've undertaken over the past couple weeks. Whether you're a mother who's traveling away from her newborn child for the first time, whether you've just retired your previous guide dog a couple weeks ago, whether you're a first-time handler experiencing that transition from white cane to guide dog for the very first time, and experiencing that level of trust for the very first time. Everyone has a unique journey to get to this point, but especially during class. From the time that you're introduced to your new dog and you take that first walk and you feel like you're flying as you're seamlessly avoiding obstacles, to the moments when you question yourself as a handler. We're all very hard on ourselves throughout this journey. I'm constantly reminding myself and my fellow handlers to be kind to ourselves, to give ourselves grace and patience as we take on this incredible experience of receiving a guide dog, but an emotional one nonetheless. So whether you are experiencing what it's like to work with a new guide dog or transitioning to using your first guide dog, thank you so much for having the courage to take on this new chapter. Thank you so much for sharing in those emotions with each other, with us as staff, for showing us your individual stories and what brought you to this point. It's incredibly powerful, and I myself am grateful to learn from each of you in every single class, every couple weeks here at Guiding Eyes. So thank you so much for everyone in celebrating these past couple weeks and what makes these teams possible. Thank you for all of our raisers, all of our donors, and of course, our graduates for taking this next step in your guide dog journey and gracing us with your presence here on campus the last couple weeks. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Rebecca Cross, Director of Donor Relations.
Hi, folks. Rebecca Cross. Hope you all can hear me. And thank you, Melissa. Congratulations to all the graduates today. This class here, the ones at home, would not be possible without our incredible donors and without everybody who's played a role in their journeys, from all of our staff to our amazing raisers who you'll get to celebrate in a moment, but to our donors who make everything possible by your financial support as well. So I just want to thank you. Everything's completely free to the people who receive the dogs, and it's not a cheap process. So really, really appreciate you all. We have a little bit of special recognition today I want to shout out. So for about 4 of the actual teams here. So bear with me. We have Ambi today. So she was special named by the Marshall family, and Ambi was special named in honor of their daughter, Amber, who is affectionately nicknamed Ambi. And they wanted to share with her graduate that they wish you many blessings and they're praying for you on your journey. Asante also graduating today. She was special named by a donor who does wish to remain anonymous, but wanted to share that Asante actually means thank you in Swahili. And the donor spent a good amount of time in East Africa where that's a pretty primary language, and they started a lot of HIV and AIDS prevention programs. So they're really excited that Asante is graduating. And they also have a dog named Asante, so it's kind of fun. We also have the team Petunia with Rebecca, the other Rebecca, and the different spelling. And Petunia was sponsored by the estate of Carol Patain. And we're so lucky to have a few of Carol's closest loved ones in the audience with us today. Carol passed away due to a rare cancer that was caused by exposure to 9/11 toxins. And while she wasn't a first responder herself, she may as well have been. She was a New York City government office clerical worker, and she continued to go to work in the aftermath to make sure the city continued to function. We think that she's a hero because, in her legacy, as upon her death, she gave instructions to her very best friend to better a life through guiding eyes and to make sure that happened. And here we have Rebecca and Petunia because of that. And we know that Carol's legacy of compassion, kindness, and generosity lives on, and of course, through Petunia. And lastly, we have this sponsorship of Isley with Patty. And this was sponsored by the estate of Edward Bragaline. And Mr. Bragaline was a businessman. He owned Kent Bragaline Incorporated, which was where he designed and sold beautiful fabrics. He became ill and at that time decided that he wanted to make sure to share his wealth with his loved ones. So he created what's called a unitrust that took care of his loved ones until their death, but it also allowed for the remains of any funds to be distributed to organizations to help the blind. And so Isley and Patty are one of those abilities, one of those results of his generosity. So we're super happy to have that and honored to have folks from who have helped with the estate to be on Zoom with us. So that is our special recognition. Thank you to everybody who made all these teams possible. And I'm going to turn it over to Monica to recognize our raisers.
Hi everyone, my name is Monica Conrad. I'm a regional puppy specialist here at Guiding Eyes for the Blind. So I'm here to represent today the puppy program department and the raisers who are able to be here and online of the pups that you see in front of you. First, I always want to give a good shout out to our staff and our volunteers at the Canine Development Center who worked with these puppies, bred them, whelped them, and got them ready during the first 8 weeks of their lives. They put in a lot of effort, both volunteers and staff, to get them ready to go out to puppy raisers. So I always want to give a good shout out to them up there. Next, they go out to puppy raisers, and these guys are amazing volunteers who take these puppies into their home. They teach them a lot of basic skills, a lot of experience out in the world. They socialize them every single day. These pups are attached to them on a leash, and they give them so much love and kindness and teach them so much during their time out in puppy program. And without them, there's always a saying that without puppy raisers, there would be no guide dogs. And I know a lot of the graduates feel that and understand it, and I'm so grateful that our puppy raisers want to give their time and love to puppies in order to get them ready to be here and come to the training school and prepare to become guide dogs. You guys put in many hours, including coming to puppy class weekly and bi-weekly, and I would say that I was very grateful for the many graduates who actually came to my puppy class that I was teaching here on campus on Monday. I want to say thank you, grads, for continuing to inspire my repeat raisers and always uplift those who are first-time raisers, even if they have a rambunctious 6-month-old puppy in class who's maybe not having the best of night, but you guys continue to inspire them by coming and supporting them through puppy classes. So thank you so much for those of you who were able to come and attend that. And last, I just want to say thank you so much again to the puppy raisers. You guys all were able to get your dogs into training, get them ready for their next steps, and able to make them become the amazing guide dogs that they are for these graduates here today. So with that, I want to say thank you, because without you, this would not be possible. We would not be able to graduate so many amazing teams each and every year. And so now I will read off your names for those of you who are here and not. And when I call your name, please stand up and Stephanie will pass you your Razor certificate. So starting off with the Razors of Asante, Madeline Guerrier and Rebecca Fitzmaurice. Razors of Glenda. First is Michaela Peonessa. Also Razors of Glenda, Christopher and Alexandria Mosley. Razor of Eiley is Miranda Joss. And Razor of Hoagie, Nora Pierre. And now I'd also like to congratulate all of the Razors who were not able to come in person. So first up would be Razors of Amby, Tom and Terry Vito. Also Razors of Eiley is Ruth Ladd. Razor of Hoagie, Lynn Stoss. Razor of Petunia, Bernice Espinizo, wow, Garcia, apologies. Razor of Clancy, a home train, is Joseph Gruber. Razors of Gretel, also a home train, the Wydra family. And last but certainly not least, Razors of Whitney, who was a home train but is here with us in person today. The King family. Thank you so much, and now I'll pass it off to Dan and Kat.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Kat Pualo, and I'm one of the placement specialists. I had the great honor to work with Ali Greenberg, who's one of our foundation GDMIs, and my partner, Dan Wiesner, and we have had a great class. So we're going to introduce everyone, starting with Gladys. Gladys was actually trained through our home training program down in Queens, so she was able to join us today. Gladys is receiving her 5th guide dog, a black and tan German Shepherd named Whitney. Gladys has been working guide dogs since 1992 and enjoys the freedom and safer travels she achieves with a guide. Gladys knows New York City better than just about anyone else and can navigate the busy, complicated sidewalks and subways with confidence and ease. It is quite impressive. When one subway line was closed due to construction, Gladys could flawlessly walk Whitney out of it and find the next station. No stress. Every time her instructor was lost or confused about how to navigate, Gladys would just smile and confidently direct the team forward. Gladys will return home with Whitney to her daughter Leah and mixed breed dog Lou. Gladys was home trained by Michelle Tang, another placement specialist, and Whitney was trained by Jolene Allister. And next to Gladys is Patty. Patty has come from Oklahoma and has been matched with her 2nd guide dog, a female black Labrador named Isley. Patty previously owned a pharmaceutical research company and now lives an active social life filled with travel to various destinations across the country. Patty has been a wonderful student, open to learning and improving her work each and every day with a smile. Next to Patty is Tina. Tina has come to Guiding Eyes for her 3rd guide dog, a black lab male named Hoagie. Tina works for the Division of Services for the Blind in the state of Utah. She's a loving mother to her 8-month-old daughter, Abby. Tina has been very dedicated to learning about Hoagie and all the best ways to communicate with him. I worked with Tina 13 years ago when she received her 1st dog, and it has been my privilege to work with her again. So Patty and Tina, thank you for making the last 2 weeks full of amazing, fun times, laughs, miles traveled, and lots of coffee.
Next up, we have Linda, who has returned to Guiding Eyes for her second guide dog, a yellow lab female named Asante. This team will be returning home to St. Paul, Minnesota, to their condo along the Mississippi River. Yes, it does go that far north. From the first day, Linda fell head over heels for her new girl. This nearly white lab, aka polar bear, aka cloudy girl, has the softest fur and greatly enjoys being loved on. Linda is very, very excited to return home and hit the ground running. Linda creates tactile art and is an avid theater enthusiast. Her art shares her personal story with vision loss in an interactive and inclusive way. Feel free to check out her website, tactileartworks.com. There you go. Asante, meaning thank you in Swahili, is not a new word for Linda. During her worldly travels, she was able to visit Africa and knew the word well before this Asante. We've spoken about this before, Linda. Some of the best things in our lives happen in the most serendipitous ways. I can't wait to hear how much you spoil your girl, and may your heads be held high and your tails wagging, my friend.
Next up, we have Nicole. Nicole has come to Guiding Eyes all the way from Sonoma, California. She is a returning graduate and has many, many guides before. Her new guide, Glenda, is small but mighty. Nicole lives 2 blocks from the square and looks forward to taking Glenda to the market and introducing her to her many friends. She will be the new poster child of Sonoma. As a knowledgeable guide dog handler, Nicole has been a wonderful addition to our class. Glenda and Nicole make a great team, and I am so happy to have gotten to work with them. Congratulations to Nicole and Glenda.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Andrea Connor. She is returning to Guiding Eyes for her third guide dog, a yellow lab female named Ambi. This team will be returning home to Wakanda, a small town north of Chicago by 45 minutes. As a previous president of our grad council, guide dogs come quite naturally to Andrea. Her timing is impeccable out on route with her girl and has the sweetest disposition who generally encourages Ambi along. Although Andrea is retired, this team will be staying quite active at home with various group meetings, outings, and routes. I think Ambi's easygoing personality will be quite a dream at home. Even though we haven't officially worked together over the years, it does feel like I've known you for all these years as an old friend. I wish you all the best, and I can't wait for our next 2-hour phone call together, my friend.
Next, we have Rebecca. Rebecca has come to Guiding Eyes for her very first guide dog. She comes from Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and was matched with guide dog Petunia. Rebecca's passionate love of the color purple and her contagious laugh has made her a pleasure to work with. As our only first-timer in this class, she has worked incredibly hard to create the beautiful relationship she has with her new guide Petunia. Rebecca will be excited to introduce Petunia to her family and friends when she arrives home, and she will be excited to take her to camp up in Maine this summer. Congratulations to Rebecca and Petunia.
We also want to highlight 2 home trainings that additionally happened during this class. We have Anthony Cochran and Clancy. Anthony has received his second guide dog from Guiding Eyes, Clancy, a yellow lab male. He resides in North Carolina and is employed with Amazon. When you order something from Amazon, he helps fulfill that order at the massive fulfillment center. His indoor routes at the facility are longer than most people's outdoor routes, so he and Clancy will be getting their daily steps in. Anthony thoroughly enjoys the companionship and enhanced travel freedom of a guide dog that a guide dog brings to him. This team was trained at home via a home training by our regional guide dog mobility instructor, Dave Hagman, and the dog was trained by Catherine Russell, Allie Greenberg, and Chrissy Vetrano. And lastly, we have Cindy Fagan and Gretel. Cindy is a wife and a mother of 2 teens. Cindy sees her new dog, Gretel, not only as a guide dog, but also as her companion. And besides helping Cindy navigate the world, Gretel offers a calming influence when things get hectic and is an emotional refuge for Cindy. Gretel is an excellent match for Cindy and is very appreciative of the opportunity to have Gretel in her life. Cindy was trained at home via a home training with our regional Jim Gardner. The dog was trained by Mick, Caroline, and Catherine. With that,
I just have one
Allie,
thing to
never
add.
mind.
Sorry. We would like to acknowledge the members of the training department who are responsible for the dogs graduating today. In no particular order, they are Shannon Walsh, Lori Bussey, Karen Fellows, Caroline Walsh, Mary Beth Totaro, Allie Greenberg, Izzy Dulesky, Sam Ori, Miranda Beckman, Amy DiPaolo, and Andrea Martine.
Next up, we're gonna offer the floor to our graduates here in front of you today. We're gonna start with Patty.
Hello, my name is Patty, and this is Isley, my teammate, the better half of our team, right down here. And I just want to get, oh, there go my glasses. I just want to give a great thanks to Miranda, the puppy racer. I mean, this dog is just lovely, and the trainers, and to Kat, my instructor, who got me through this. I came here thinking well, all my friends in Oklahoma said, don't you think, about a couple of years ago, they said, don't you think it's time for you to go have a refresh because, you know, you need it. I'm like, I don't need it. I get here and realize how much I did. So I thank Kat by the bottom of my heart for all the patience and time she spent with me, getting me to where I am today with Isley. And it has just been an experience of a lifetime and memories made that will be eternal. So I am so grateful and thankful to everyone here for getting us to this point. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tina Reisner, and I came here all the way from Salt Lake City, Utah, for one of the most wonderful, educational, fulfilling 2 weeks of my life so far. I have an 8-month-old named Abigail, and she is with her dad, and I miss her and she misses me, but it's well worth it to be here. I'm so grateful. When I was 18 years old, I did my research on several guide dog schools, and the one that this was so underlining for me and paramount was Guiding Eyes for the Blind. I didn't know a lot about Guiding Eyes for the Blind. I had come for a weekend in high school when I was 15, so a sophomore, and I walked with my first dog named Gus. Gus was a black lab, very enthusiastic, just into harness training, just finished his harness training, and I think he was ready to be matched with an individual. He had a lot of gusto, and I remember flying through White Plains, and I was so happy. So my O&M instructor said, okay, that's the school for you. Let's go. Let's fill out the application. I'm pushing you out the door for college. And I'm from Chicago, Illinois, so it wasn't that far of a trip. I just wanted to thank Kat, my trainer, for her endless patience, compassion, kindness, and resilient nature. She has been a mentor and a source of empowerment for me as a guide dog handler. And I'd like to thank my puppy raisers, Lynn and Nora, I'm sorry, Nora, for raising such a wonderful, resilient, kind, and compassionate boy. I'm so grateful. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Linda, and my dog is Asante. And I wanted to talk about the special name that that she got, and it's already been brought up twice, but I'll just give you my take on it. When I learned that her name was Asante, I was just blown away because I thought, I know that word. I know that word. And I had taken a trip to Tanzania, a photo safari of wild animals. And the people in Tanzania are amongst the kindest I've ever met anywhere in the world. They saw my white cane and they just helped me everywhere. And so I learned the word thank you in Swahili is asante. And so I was saying asante many times on that entire trip. And so I was just blown away. And that I was getting the dog with this name, and it's so appropriate because, as I said, that those people were so kind they just are, that whole country, those people are just the most amazing people ever. They're just so filled with kindness. And Guiding Eyes, all of you, the volunteers, the puppy raisers, the staff, everybody bends over backwards to make things wonderful for us. And my puppy raisers created a very kind and caring dog. I'm so grateful to you. So because of that, I want to say, asante, asante, asante.
Hello, my name is Nicole Navy, and I have Glenda. And I want to thank the puppy raisers who gave their heart and soul to raising her. There are 4 of them, 2 different families or set of people, and I am just eternally grateful to them. But also too, I am grateful to this team of instructors who worked beautifully well with me and I believe the class. But I would like to especially thank Allie, who worked so well with me and Glenda. She trained Glenda, and I'm grateful to her for that. And she gave me lots of tips and reminders. Glenda is my 9th guide dog, and I needed that. And I'm just so grateful to the school, to the puppy raisers, to the volunteers, to the kitchen staff, all of them, every one of them, I'm grateful to, and always will be. This school is my most favorite guide dog school ever. The people here are warm, kind, heartwarming, and I am grateful to them for all of that. Thank you.
Okay.
Oops, it's okay. As you all can see. I want to give her a minute to make sure she's settling. The clapping was not what she expected, and neither did I. And if anything, it just goes to show all of you that have been able to witness this, the support that we get from the training department and the staff when situations like what you've been witnessing and what I'm experiencing with her is just different and out of sorts for what we've been going through these past 2 weeks. But on a side note, where I really wanted to start was to acknowledge Tom and Terry Vito. They could not be here, so thank you wherever you are. Because without them and all of you, not just those that are here, puppy raisers, but those that are far and wide, that, oh, she's ready. That give their time, their love, and their commitment and dedication to raising the puppies so that they can progress and get to where they are today. So thank you, all of you, puppy raisers, the instructors that have worked with us, and particularly Dan, that has added so much joy and laughter to my training experience. Was just more than I ever expected compared to my last 2 experiences. Not that they were not good, but they were just different. So thank you, Dan, for that. I often said or maintained that Guiding Eyes knew me better than I knew myself. And I've not made a secret of that. They knew what kind of dog I needed for where I was in my life, the stage I was in my life. So Ambi being my third and my first female is been quite different. So thank you again. And the other thing I want to say is that we've had the privilege of spending 2 weeks with the lady sitting next to me, Rebecca, the first timer the only first timer in our class. And ironically, in August of 2008, I was the first timer and the only one in a group of retrains. And the support and the encouragement that we can give the first timer is more, I think, than any new guide dog handler can take in. But anyway, Rebecca, it's been a joy to watch your growth and your laughter. It's been amazing. So thank you, and it's all yours.
Like everybody knows, this is my first dog, Petunia. I call her Petunia for short. She is an amazing dog. She's definitely a hot ticket. And then thank you for all the staffs who did everything for her to train her very, very well. I'm really bad with names, but I want to thank you guys for everything for Petunia. Let's see what else. Oh, the staffs are awesome. The hot tickets. That's all I can say about them. They're the hot tickets. I asked Peter if he can be my quick staff for camp because I'm going to vegetarian, and he said no. So I want to say thank you again so much for taking care of Petunia.
Sure. Without further ado, we're going to officially graduate everyone by giving you your certificates, starting with Gladys and Whitney. And let's just hold our applause to the end, okay? Thank you, Patty. You're welcome, Patty and Isley. Thank you. Tina and Hoagie. Linda and Asante. Nicole and Glenda.
Thank you.
Andrea and Ambi.
Thank you.
And sweet Rebecca and Petunia.
Snaps for them.
Congratulations. And I'm gonna send it back over to Melissa.
Thank you so much, everyone, again, for joining us today for graduation. As you can tell, many of these handlers have taken quite a journey to get here, all the way from Sonoma, California to New Hampshire. We've spanned quite the distance as a class. Very, very impressive. Each person, as you heard, has their story of getting here, their own unique experience. And I just want to echo what Andrea said. It is amazing, absolutely amazing to have peer support from 5 very compassionate guide dog handlers when you're going through the experience, because it can feel overwhelming at first as you're building a relationship with the dog, as you're transitioning from using a white cane to a guide dog, as you're learning what it's like to take on this new chapter in your confidence and in your independence, and learning how to communicate with another human being who may not always agree with you. Sometimes you have to work out your problem solving with one another, but that's part of the journey, is learning how you communicate and learning what your unique bond is going to look like with your dog. So congratulations to all of our returning graduates and our first-time handler for making it to this incredible occasion. Congratulations to the start of your new partnerships with your dog. I look forward to hearing about your journeys and what it looks like to transition, what shenanigans you'll get up to with your dogs naturally. And thank you to everyone who was able to attend our graduation, and from our puppy raisers to our trainers who made this all possible, to our donors, and to anyone else in the audience who played a hand in the guide dog team's journey. Thank you so much and have a wonderful Friday and weekend.